and welcome to the Drep and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I am Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey, buddy.
This week,
Yeah.
we have a special episode for all of our listeners.
Yeah, you had a little field trip planned out for us.
I did, yeah. Actually, this field trip is courtesy of oldest friend of the show, James.
Yeah.
He set this field trip up for us. We handed our permission slips in.
Yep.
We got everything notarized.
Mm-hmm.
We got the lunches packed, and we headed on over to Haven Coffee.
Shots acquired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The medical kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the tush.
The tush?
Yeah.
That's not where I got mine.
No. My forehead. You get Botox. You got Botox.
Yeah, I can't raise my I can't raise my eyebrows. Don't make me laugh. I'm gonna get those lines.
You're looking a little rubbery today.
Thank you.
A little emotionless in the stare back at me.
A little Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
A little Madonna. No. We took a field trip on over to Haven Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so as we've been expanding our understanding of the beverage world.
Yep.
It's no shock to everybody that we've delved further into coffee.
Yep.
I was talking to James. I was like, I would love to get over to Haven. They're doing amazing things with some blends and some roasts and co-ferments and all that stuff. I would love to talk to them. And you know what?
They made it happen.
So you're going to hear our sojourn to Haven Coffee.
Yeah, great place. Really awesome artisanal work that they're doing over there.
Yeah.
And we got an absolute full 4K experience into the Haven Coffee.
Yeah. We did a traditional cupping, which is a coffee tasting, with our brand new friend, Jonas.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing.
What?
Never making a cupping joke.
I was trying.
It was tough. It was really tough.
I couldn't look at you every time I said it.
I did one time. I was like,
I wanted to, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it was appropriate. But I'm glad we're talking about it now,
Yeah.
which is after the fact, which is before the episode.
which one of us is going to go first? Cup away. You know what I'm saying?
You hold me, I hold you. Everybody's cupped.
Make this happen.
All right, so now that we got the teenage boy humor out of the way,
Yeah.
I would love for us to jump to our episode where we did this tasting with Jonas.
Yeah. Enjoy, everyone.
Here we go. Kyle, we find ourselves
Yeah, here we are.
at Haven Coffee Roasters.
Yeah.
In their brand new facility here in Auburndale, which is Central Florida, for those listeners outside of Central Florida.
Those keeping score.
Yeah. And so if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's we're in the roasting room. Is that right?
Yeah, you were in the production roasting room. We actually call it the roasting lab.
Ooh.
We do a lot of our tastings here, a lot of our competition testing, and obviously a lot of cupping.
Yeah.
So that's what we do around here.
And that third voice you're hearing, everybody, that is Jonas. Jonas, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Jonas Westerman. I've been working with Haven for about 3 to 4 years now. I left in between. I wanted to venture out a little bit, but I came back because I just love the business so much, and I love the people and the environment. I'm honestly just excited to be on the podcast and get to know these guys a little bit. Heard a lot about them from James Schick. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
We have heard of him. In fact,
Friend of the pod.
he's right here right now.
Yeah, so I heard a lot about you guys. I'm just excited to see what you guys think of our coffees, what you guys think of just the establishment itself. So
what are we going to be doing today?
So right now we're doing a traditional cupping.
Ooh, okay.
So whenever you go to a competition, like Golden Bean or any other bigger competitions, they're going to do this.
Okay.
It's the base, the raw, the best way to really get the essence of the coffee. Some people do pour over, some people do espresso. At competitions, they do those, but this is the one you want to win. This is how they scale out, and this is how they test out to see what point percentage you are on the specialty point scale.
Okay.
So this right here is the one that you really want to focus on and roast your coffees towards, because if you don't do good on this one, they're not going to be impressed.
Right.
They probably won't believe we're going to do good for the rest of the competition. But right now we're going over our Star Wars collection. So we've got Vader, which is a co-ferment. Do you guys know what a co-ferment is?
I would love to. I think we have an idea, but I would love to hear more about it. So
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So a co-ferment is a way of fermenting the coffee.
Okay.
Probably could have gathered that, but the big difference with it is they ferment it usually in barrels. So they're fermented with different things. This one right here is a co-ferment with cinnamon bark.
Oh.
So it's a coffee that was fermented with cinnamon bark. This one here, it was fermented with honeycomb and lavender. This one right here was fermented with watermelon. Luke was fermented with green apple. Our apple pie is actually the only blend on the table, which is a mix between the Luke and the Vader.
Okay.
Father and son duo. Come
There
on.
you go. I like it.
And then the final one is a red fruits, which is a co-ferment of strawberry, pomegranate, cherry. But basically, the co-ferment is the biggest thing right now.
Right. Okay.
A lot of coffee competitions, you want to bring these because, first off, super fragrant.
Yeah.
You guys probably smelled it when I was grinding and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
already in the
Second
air.
off, when you pour it and when you're smelling the actual aromatics of the coffee itself, it just fills up the whole room. So you guys are probably going to get a crazy amount of different fragrances as I'm pouring and going. But let's start. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour right into these, and we're going to let them sit for about 5 minutes. And after the 5-minute mark, we'll do something called breaking the crust.
I love the precision.
Gotta make sure you get every single one.
Yeah, there should be an obligatory couple of drops spilled on Nick over here if we don't mind. That's like
Of boiling hot water.
It's an episode tradition.
I don't know, man. This is 210 degrees. That might burn a little bit.
Oh, I'm good. 212. It's not good.
He's
210.
okay.
I'm
He'll
good.
be all right.
So what is your guys' experience with coffee?
Nick, mine's short. It's just it's the morning beverage. My family always drank coffee. Growing up, it was never anything more than just whatever we had at the supermarket. Growing up in an age before Starbucks and things like that, it was just a very simple start.
Yeah, and for me, it kind of started that way, but then grew to think about different blends, think about different fermentation, think about natural and washed and all, some of that kind of stuff, and just really was relegated in some ways to just dark blends. That's what I was, or dark roasts. That's what I was kind of like always gravitated towards. And just within the last 6 months, like when did we start like just trying different things? 6 months maybe? Yeah, that started playing with lighter roast and like, okay, what else is out there?
Yeah.
And that's when it's kind of like really taken off within the last, I'd say 6 months.
What's so interesting is a lot of Americans have a very skewed idea of what coffee is.
Sure.
Not because, the big brands wanted to ruin coffee, but what it really is a lot of people believe that the good coffee is the dark coffee, right? And they don't really step into that lighter side until later on. But whenever you go to competitions across seas, a medium roast for us here in America is a dark roast for them.
Yeah. Whoa.
So if you go in those spots, it's almost backwards. They're going to prefer more of the lighter roast because whenever you roast a coffee too much, it can take away from the natural notes and instead add in that roastiness, which we're all used to.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people, when they think of coffee, they think of mud water.
Yeah,
Ugh,
sure.
Like that's gross. But I mean, for us, something I love about what we do is we roast specifically to the bean.
Yeah.
So Ryan's gone weeks at a time trying to find the right profile for the coffee.
And Ryan is?
Ryan's the head roaster.
Okay.
So there's a big machine right over here, and that's our actual first production roaster. Before, we were roasting on a 1945 medium-sized roaster. His name is Lazarus because he died on us. After he died on us, we brought him back to life. And then 3 years ago, he died on us again.
No.
And he came back again.
Wow.
So Lazarus is a trooper. He actually, the only coffee roasted on Lazarus here is the red fruits.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting kind of like Haven roots right there.
Yeah.
That's like the OG stuff.
The roasting room, Kyle, in the first of all, there's a couple locations for Haven.
Yep, 2 right now.
The roasting room is, what would you say, Jonas? Maybe like a fourth of this current room now, maybe.
Yeah, it's not big at all.
Yeah, it's
you're
tiny.
squeezing through everything.
Yeah, it's
Me
tiny.
and Ryan, we actually have burns on our elbows because of how tight it is. And if you look, there's piping all the way up. And the same thing happens. The Lazarus has the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's in an enclosed space, so it gets really, really warm in there.
Much better in the new, what do you say, roast lab?
Roast lab, yes.
Yeah, much
way,
better.
way, way better. I mean, we have AC, so that's a win. That was
Immediate
a big
plus.
one for us, literally, because that thing puts off so much heat where we're
Yeah.
going. It actually has
Sure.
a chamber in there that is so hot that smoke is not able to exist.
Whoa.
So it just completely burns away the smoke, and it shoots out the side of the building, and all you see is this ripple of hot air.
Whoa.
Right.
It's pretty crazy.
Gotcha. It's cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned co-ferment, and that these were all co-fermented. Is that correct?
Yes, all of them are co-fermented.
Is that co-fermentation? Is that kind of a new thing, or is that where coffee's headed? Is that like just it's always been around and we just haven't heard a lot about it here in the States? What is that?
So it got really big in Europe probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 to 10 years ago. And then it slowly made its way over to America. And now that we have it, we're going crazy. You know how we are. We love to just push things to the limit. And so it's been around for a little bit, but it's definitely newer to the coffee scene. And I definitely believe it's the future of coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to a competition, everyone has different co-ferments. And now the race isn't who has a co-ferment, it's who has the best co-ferment, who has the most fermented. We have some people, we went to a competition and we actually had a bourbon barrel co-ferment. So there's a bourbon barrel right there. Right. And we put coffee into it and let it sit for a long time, about 2 years.
Yeah.
We took it out, and when we brewed it, it was boozy. It literally tasted boozy. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's
we
cool.
made it into a cappuccino.
Oh.
That was my favorite. Oh man, it was so smooth and silk, and it was just so good. It looks like the timer's about to end out, so we're going to a crazy time. This is called breaking the crust. Basically what we're doing is we're breaking the top right here, this crust, pushing it to the bottom, and then we're going to let it sit at the bottom for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then it'll be fully ready temperature-wise, and also it'll be fully brewed through. So what I'll do is I'm going to break it, and I'll let you guys come over here. You can come over and you can smell it as I break the crust. So I'll let you do the Vader, and then you can do the Mace, okay? So you want to get up in there? This is the cinnamon.
Oh, yeah.
Smells like cinnamon?
Yeah, it's Christmas morning right there.
That's right. So, and the next one is our lavender honeycomb, or lavender honey. Yeah. So this one is our co-ferment with watermelon. So you can get up in there.
All right.
Yeah, this one is crazy.
That's incredible.
So this is a co-ferment with green apple.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can smell that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was gonna say like something super full.
Want to do the red apple? Do you want to do the red fruits of the apple pie? Okay. All right, you want to come? This is apple pie. So this is actually our only blend. Father-son duo, apple and cinnamon. Crazy, huh? That's wild. Yeah. All right, here's our last one. Actually, these are all from the same farm.
Oh, okay.
So they're all Colombian, and they're all grown at a high altitude over in the Colombian mountains. So very cool. What's crazy is this farm was actually the farm that John did sales for.
Oh,
so
okay.
before John,
John's the founder, correct?
Yes. Yeah, so before John founded Haven, started up his own business. Obviously, he was in love with the coffee business. He did sales for a Colombian coffee. And if you go to the wall in the back by the bathrooms, you can see all the pictures of them at the farm.
Oh, that's cool.
Looking at the stuff and all that stuff. But he did sales for them, and then he saw how much he loved coffee. He saw how much he loved the business. He loved the knowledge of it. He loved the community. I think you guys know the coffee community has grown a lot in the last 10 years, like a lot. And he decided to start Haven. What's so cool is the way that Haven started was John came to Winter Haven. He was in Lakeland, and he was living in Lakeland, and he came to a local farmer's market in Winter Haven. And what he would do is we have retail bags. He would take those, and he would do retail bags at the Winter Haven farmer's market. He would seal them at his house. He would do all the different things. And I remember him telling me stories of how when he first started, it was him and his neighbors just sealing bags for hours and leaving the whole house a mess with coffee grounds everywhere. So that's how he started, was in his living room, was using a sealer much like that one over there, sealing all that stuff, and then he'd bring it to the Winter Haven markets and would just advertise the fact that he wanted to start a coffee business. And of course, Winter Haven loved the idea of getting a local shop. At the time, I don't think we had any local shops. We had Richards. That's basically, I think that was at the time. And then it's all history from there. Kept on growing, and he got the support of some good investors who were deep in the city, and ever since he's been running with it.
That's awesome. You mentioned that all of these come from the same farm.
Yep.
So how much, or I guess like what role does that play in to the end product versus the co-fermentation and the fermentation as a whole?
Yeah.
Is it essentially the same coffee and then just the co-ferment is the thing that is different, or are there different coffees within that same farm?
Yeah. So from what I know about it, Ryan has talked a lot about the different varietals of coffee. This farm, I believe, has multiple varietals.
Okay.
And actually does different co-ferments based on the varietal. right? So one that's higher is going to be more dense. Higher up in the mountains could be more dense. Lower could be less dense.
Right.
And the things that they do is with a more intense flavor that they want to like really catch, they go to the coffees that are less dense because they'll absorb the fragrances more. So things like green apple and watermelon are going to be more in the less dense because it'll be easier to take in and get that flavor to come out.
Gotcha.
Whereas a cinnamon, you can leave it with the dense one and it's going to naturally go in with it, and the density will take a little bit longer, but once it's in there, it'll be a nice subtle flavor. So that's kind of they do a really good job with their co-ferments, and they do a really good job taking care of it and taking care of the whole process. We actually have a ton of their bags right behind you, and they kill it.
I'm curious about, all right, so the process that we just did, breaking the crust. Like I was noticing it as you had the water over the grounds, they were starting to drop, and then pressing it down. What did that do?
So you know, like a French press, right?
Sure.
So when you push down the French press, you see some of like that essence come out.
Right.
So the first part is really just letting it sit with the heavier, more dense coffee.
Sure.
And the stuff up here that is maybe more taken in some more acidic and sugary flavors kind of floats on top.
Okay.
And then you push it down, and then it all just brews and it goes up into the water.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of a crazy experience.
Yeah.
And also a lot of stuff is happening in that glass.
Very cool.
Like even just standing from where I'm standing, like I can see how the colors have also changed as well. I'm sure it's probably sediment within the cup itself, maybe oils within the cup too, of just, going from the crust that you had on it when you broke the crust, that changes it, and now it's kind of all evening out, and all the grounds have settled to the bottom.
It's definitely a whole experience. There's science, not science. Coffee itself is a science. I mean, there's some crazy things that go into it, from the roasting process to the actual grinding of it, and the density. And the density can change the brew like drastically. And I don't know, a lot of people don't know this. Time to clean off the crust of the crema or the excess up top. So a lot of people don't know this, but one of the biggest factors into coffee brewing is humidity.
Oh.
Humidity can change the coffee drastically. It can change how heavy or how full the body is of the coffee itself. Because if the coffee is in a more dry area, it'll have less body.
Right.
But if it's in a humid space, the body will be more full. The body will have a more almost thick kind of feeling.
Kyle, that's why my sauna coffee is just like mud. Every time I brew that.
That's it. Yeah.
I put a brewer in a sauna. What?
Sauna coffee is the little high class cousin of the shower beer.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay.
That's good. The high
check
class.
it out. And what is it you're taking off?
So what I just took off was actually the CO2 like foam on top, kind of like an espresso. The crema on top is the CO2 released into the water and then resting on top like a thick layer. And what we do is we take it off so we can get the pure essence of the coffee instead of some of the more acidic notes that are added on as far as the coffee itself. But you guys can choose whatever spoon you want. That one's mine, so you can't choose the one actually.
Okay.
But those three. So, but the way we do it is we go from left to right.
Okay.
The reason we do that is because the more intense coffees should be on this side, and the more subtle coffee should be on this side, so that your palate doesn't go from super crazy coffee to a super, kind of subtle coffee, so you don't have a skewed palate.
Okay.
Checks out.
So
let's do it.
You guys can start. The way it's going to work is this. You'll take a spoon. You can dip it in there.
Okay.
And you guys could try this out. I don't know how this is going to go for you, but take it to the lip and just... You're going to take it.
Go well. Aerate it.
Yep, aerate it.
It's
shoot
definitely
it in the
going to
back
go
of your
well.
palate, through the teeth.
Okay.
So
how much?
As much as you want.
Okay.
As much as you can slurp.
I've taken a spoonful.
Big Slurp, wasn't that your nickname in college?
Big Slurp was my
Big
nickname.
Slurp?
It was, yeah.
Wow.
It was junior year. It was spring of my junior year.
Beach volleyball tournament. Legally, I don't think you can talk about that.
I can't talk about that. Am I slurping for you?
Just for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so that's the cinnamon.
Oh my, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Vader.
Yep, this is the Vader
Okay.
blend.
So go ahead.
Front palate was like cinnamon bomb.
Yeah.
And it kind of like smooths back into like a coffee bitter.
And then a chocolatey note for me on
sure.
the back end.
Yeah, like dark chocolate,
Yeah. So how far off are we?
No, you're on spot. That's exactly
Man,
what
professionals.
we got. Professionals. You guys are basically coffee connoisseurs.
All right, let's leave. Here we go.
That's it. So, what was your favorite part about this one? Was it the front end, the back end? What part of your palate probably got the most intense flavor for you, at least?
For me, I think it was that initial shock of cinnamon. It's such a unexpected punch that, like, you told us cinnamon, and so I was looking for it going into it, but just how, like, hello, it's there. Yeah.
Agreed. Like it's a fun journey. I think we like to talk about like the flavor profile journey that a drink will take. And that one's dramatic. It's a huge rise in that cinnamon.
Yeah.
But then the reaction to the bitter is just as strong a reaction of it immediately goes into that.
Kind of reminds me of Vader's theme song.
Yeah, totally.
Super intense at the beginning.
For sure.
It evens out.
That's right.
Other than cinnamon, what notes should we be getting?
So one of the notes that we all agreed on was obviously chocolate. I think you guys could probably taste the chocolate. And there's a little bit of that nutty taste in it.
Yeah.
We went through and we kind of compared it to like a cinnamon and hazelnut kind of flavor. So if you go back in, you can take it, just dip it in the water and dip it back in there and see if you get that hazelnut.
Yeah, I'm totally doing it. I think for us, in terms of our experience, as you do more tastings, whether it's any sort of beverage, that you can get those notes on your own, but then to hear someone say, and I'm also getting, or
yes,
you should be getting, or here's what I get, then I think that influences you, but it also enables you to have, someone who knows more about the thing lead you through it, and like, yes, okay, I do get hazelnut. There it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because whenever I'm tasting with John and Ryan, they are both 15 years into the business.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing, and just being around them has given me the boost to really get those flavors. And every time I'm tasting with them, they're like, "Do you get this?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I do get that."
Yeah.
Like there's a crazy coffee right now. It's a co-ferment of oak, which is a crazy co-ferment, and it actually tastes like Cheez-Its. We tried it out. I know. I tasted it. I was like, wow.
Fantastic.
Feels like I'm chewing on a Cheez-It right now. This is weird. But yeah, so.
Yeah, that's what we do. And when we hang out with other people and just people that we hear from in terms of the pod, it's like we'll bounce ideas off of each other. Are you getting this? No. Wait, no. There it is.
Yes.
And I think to go on that journey with someone and to, be initiated into that and bounce those ideas, that's what brings it all together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Super cool.
Well, the next one is Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
So this is honey and lavender. You guys want to head in first? I got the first sip last time.
Okay. Yours.
I just bought a lavender plant.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, it is so lavender.
You guys are getting some like top of the line like co-ferments right now. So what you're tasting is literally just beans that have sat in that thing.
Sure.
Like, okay, so I expected it to be lavender flavored.
Sure.
And it's not lavender flavored. It is lavender. You know what I mean? Like, if you get like lavender flavored ice cream or you get some things like that, it's like, yeah, I get it. No.
Holy crap.
I know.
Like, insane.
So different.
The flavor
So
profile that I
different.
get from this is lavender and green tea.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back in for some green tea, you can taste it.
Yeah. It's very clean to me as well.
This one right here is one of our favorites. This right here mixed with red fruits, not with red fruits, with yaba is actually the Raijo.
That makes sense.
So the Raijo is obviously the thing that won us the golden award over in Golden Bean. So it's one half a perfect blend.
There you go. What you mentioned golden bean a couple times, and look at that thing. It's there. That is the golden bean.
It is. So that was Australia 2024. 25 we got second, and 26 we got second.
Okay.
We're not advertising that as much because we're only going to advertise winning.
Well, we want the win.
That's right. And in 27, I believe that Golden Bean is in China this year.
Okay.
So the goal is to go to Hong Kong and win it.
Cool.
That's the goal. Go there,
but
win it.
second out of 15 million roasters. So come on.
Yeah, yeah. We're very happy with the fact that we've done good.
Yeah.
But John, his entire
You
everything
want
he
that?
does-
You want that gold?
Yeah, he wants that gold, and he wants his expectation is so high. That's right. Second place is first place loser. Like I said. He has a high expectation, and that expectation is excellence. So in everything we do, we try to do excellence, including our coffee.
What else should we be getting from the Mace Windu?
What we agreed on was green tea. We got a little bit of the lavender, and if you guys go back in, maybe you'll taste the honey. I don't know. Yeah,
definitely
you
got that.
hit your palate?
Yep.
Good. Those are the three things that we say stuck out completely that I think everyone should be able to get. Depending on the time of brew and everything, it could change.
Sure.
Obviously, as it cools down, the coffee changes dramatically. The next one here is the Obi-Wan. My favorite is between Obi-Wan and Luke. The reason why is because I am a fiend for tangy coffee. I love tangy coffee. Before it was the Obi-Wan, this one's name was Candy Blast. So it's a co-ferment with watermelon. Yeah, so if you want to go in there first, you can get in there, Nick, and try out the Candy Blast.
Totally. Like it tastes. Man, what is that? I mean, it's definitely watermelon, but it's this very specific
Watermelon Jolly Rancher.
watermelon Jolly Rancher. Yeah, watermelon Jolly Rancher. Watermelon. Fruit by the foot.
Yeah.
It's watermelon fruit. Like
Yeah, fruit by the foot, yeah.
There's just something else in there. It's watermelon fruit by the foot.
Again, this is probably my favorite. I mean, Obi-Wan in the movies and in real life is just the best. Like, this one is just so smooth. The flavor is so powerful, but it's so smooth. It just goes down so easy. I love it.
It's also a little danky note there.
Near the end.
Yep. Little
What notes do you guys get from
college
that?
dorm room.
Oh, hey. Well, what kind of notes do you guys catch in there? Obviously, watermelon's the
Obviously
overwhelming one.
After I get past the watermelon towards mid palate, there's a different kind of floral note that comes through. I'm not sure if I can pinpoint, maybe jasmine or something else that's really pungent. And that just could be a holdover from the lavender before that I'm just thinking in those terms.
No, you're right. It's
Really?
jasmine. Yeah.
No way.
Me, Ryan, and John said jasmine.
Okay, I can leave. I feel good.
Mission accomplished.
I mean,
Cut
you
it.
guys do a lot of different like drink tastings and beverages,
We do,
so
yeah.
it makes sense. You guys' palates are pretty refined. Obviously, coffee's a whole different game, but at the end of the day, a liquid's a liquid's a liquid.
Listen, I can go home now. I'm
Satisfied.
happy. I'm satisfied. I did the thing. Now I got to go back in.
What are your thoughts on it?
I would agree. I think that one's my favorite so far. I feel like Mace has a stronger like flavor volume,
Yeah.
where Obi-Wan, everything is coming through, but it is like it's more I want to say like harmonious. It's more even keel.
Yep.
Where like it's delightful. I like that one a lot.
The craziest thing for me is these have no cream or no sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
And they're
just flavorful.
For sure.
Full of flavor.
And I would say the Obi-Wan over the other two, that sweet definitely comes through.
Yeah.
And I think you're really getting the fruit itself within that, and it just really becomes that sweet note that I really enjoy. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would when you let us smell it when you ground it. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I don't know. I know I'm gonna enjoy that, but like, no, that. Ugh.
I mean,
That's so good.
When it's the grounds. I mean, these ones right here are intense when they're ground.
Yeah.
Red fruits, you guys smelled that when I walked by, and that left like a trail.
Oh, yeah.
This one is pretty subtle as ground.
Yeah.
As grounds, it's not as intense, but then you get that flavor from it, and you're like, whoa, this hit me a
Yeah.
lot harder than the smell that the grounds did. Let's go on to Luke. So this is a co-ferment of green apple.
Okay.
Who wants to start this one off?
Go ahead, Nick.
On 3?
That's fine. 1, 2, 3.
Green apple.
It's to me, it's very specifically green apple Jolly Rancher, like very specifically.
Yeah. So when we first roasted that one, we were actually really sad because we roasted it, and a day off roast, it didn't smell or taste like green apple. 2 days off roast, it didn't taste or smell like green apple. Come along, we're on week 2, just about. We're about to hit week 2 of that specific roast, and it has just shone through.
Is that
So it
is that
didn't-
unusual, or is that
it,
like
it is pretty unusual
Yeah.
because with red fruits, we roasted that last week. And when we first roasted it, boom, red fruits right in your face.
right?
Obi-Wan, we roasted that, watermelon right in your face. All these other ones, but green apple, it started off and it almost tasted a little barbecuey. It was really weird. It was more mellow, and it was like almost green apple, like not green apple, barbecue and like molasses tasting.
Whoa.
And it slowly shifted, and now it's like this bright green apple. It's just, it was crazy.
That is a punch too.
That's why it's near the end, because that thing will hit you. Just wait until we get to the green apple and cinnamon. So with green apple, the main one we got is green apple, and then after that, we got a little bit of a caramel taste to it.
Okay.
We were almost tempted to, like, once Star Wars is over, if we don't keep the names, to call it the candied apple or the caramel apple. It is, I mean, like you said, Jolly Rancher all the way.
All the way.
And then at the back end, you get that acidic, but in the middle, there's this nice smooth caramel. If you try it again, you can see if you get it. Yep. And once it sits, good.
I knew it was going to happen. Gotta be careful when you slurp.
Yeah.
You know, even big slurp.
Let it
doesn't slurp
sit in
well
the
enough.
back of your throat, and like 6 to 10 seconds after, you'll get that caramel just rest in there.
I think Jonas gave me permission to have another one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there was a specific candy that was like a lollipop that had like, it was like a green apple, but it was like dipped in caramel. Like,
And
it's
that's-
That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Spot
dude,
on.
When Halloween came around,
Yeah.
those things are everywhere.
Yeah.
Life changing. As a kid, I loved those.
That's for sure exactly what it is. And like, you know, it gets all in your teeth.
Yes.
And, if you got braces, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Wow. Okay, so out of these 4 that we've had, we've you've kind of said like different tasting notes. What out of these 4, before we get into the ones that are mixes, which one is your favorite so far?
So I love cinnamon. I love Vader as a character. I think that this one at the front is just so intense. I don't know if I could enjoy it in a morning cup. Right away in the morning, I don't know if I could do it. So Vader's
Like
gone.
like an afternoon coffee, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mace, again, if I was in more of a tea mood, Mace Windu is a very pungent tea.
For sure.
These 2 are kind of where I'm leaning towards. Luke's if you want to have a wild day. Obi-Wan's if you want to have a good day. And I think I'm going with Obi-Wan just because initially the flavor is just as noticeable, but it just lingers and it stays and it never goes super bitter. It just stays smooth all the way through. And I think for me, that's what I mean, I'm all about that. I love that kind of life. You know what I'm talking about? The good life.
Indeed.
What about you?
I'm still going to go Obi-Wan. I think Luke is like, that apple note is insane and it's really interesting, but I feel like Obi-Wan fits my palate better.
Yeah, I agree. Like as much as I liked Luke, it's too much of a punch for me.
Crazy day.
Yeah, crazy day. Exactly.
It's missing a left hand.
Yes, exactly.
It's like if Luke was only known for his hallway scene.
Correct.
that's exactly.
Didn't know you were capable of that. Cool.
Literally, that's all it is. It's just the intense parts of Luke.
But I love the notes of Obi-Wan, and you said balance. Like it's so well balanced for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I would also go Obi-Wan.
How about you, James?
I'm gonna say, man, I know kind of what's to come, but so far, I'm gonna have to go. I think Mace, just because that
Ooh.
was like the biggest surprise to me. I'm not usually like a big floral guy, but that was really pleasant. So I kind of like the Mace. A little mace in my face.
That's right. Star Wars
Mace.
hot take right there.
Jonas says we're getting into those blends, and I know we'll talk about this later too, but is there any way that listeners not in our local area can get these?
Yeah. So we actually have a Shopify. So if you go on Shop, the app, and you look up Haven Coffee Roasters, will be the first one to show up. And if you go online and you just want to look up havencoffeeroasters.com, we have that. And in there, we have a link to shop, and also you can just buy regular ones. What's so cool is right now, Vader, Mace, Obi-Wan, and Luke are in a special box. And in the special box, they are lightsaber hilts.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So Vader, Obi-Wan's lightsaber, all the things. You also get a mug with it, and you get the exclusive Grogu sticker. You can go buy that at the website and also on Shopify. So if you guys want that, it's a pretty good deal.
Awesome. Yeah.
We
Really
also
cool.
do other blends, of course, and we even have 5-pound bags you can buy. We have some people who buy 2 5-pound bags and come back the next week and buy more.
No. Like, what?
Yeah, I'm serious.
And
I'm
then they
serious.
come back in and they're just shaking. I need more.
Literally. I don't know if they're
it takes
doing
me
entire
almost
families.
a month to go through a 2-pound bag. So I can't imagine going through 2 5-pound bags in a week. Like, how many people are they making coffee for?
I personally think they're doing it for a family.
Family, or maybe like a church gathering or something like that.
Something like that.
Shall we?
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
I'll take this one first.
Now I feel like I need a fancy spoon.
Wrong tube.
See, it happens to the best of us. Happens to the worst of us. Happens to the best of us.
That cinnamon allergy is crazy. So, I mean, it's apple pie.
Yeah.
It's apple pie.
It's all there.
The thing we wanted to do with this is we actually thought about naming this the Yoda Blend.
Right.
You know, I think that fits perfectly.
To me, there's a little bit, like, just in the spoon, there was more oil on the top. And I don't know if that's the blend itself. I don't know if it's just it's sat a little bit longer, but it just seemed like there was a little bit more.
I think part of it's sat.
Yeah.
So the oil and the water got separated. And also, I mean, the blend itself, we're looking at a dark and we're looking at a light. So
Right.
a darker roast with a light, it's going to kind of separate like oil and water does.
It's so interesting to me because it's very distinctly like, here is the green apple and here is the cinnamon.
And that caramel taste and that
Yeah.
chocolate in the back is really nice. It's the
Wow.
perfect father-son duo, can I say?
We've got to make a petition that it is renamed, at least for now, for the next month.
Two.
The Yoda Blend.
The Yoda Blend.
Oh, yeah. The Yoda Blend.
I agree. I mean, he's on Dagobah, which is brown, green. Come on. I feel a little bit wiser
Agreed.
after drinking that.
I do too. I feel like I could lift something with the force right now.
That's right.
I mean, I've had some coffee. I've had like too much. I'm not jittery, you know,
Right.
but I feel like I could lift something.
You guys are going to definitely leave here caffeinated. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. You're just getting straight bean water.
Like, there are people on the other side of the coffee house. I could probably, like, she's looking at us. I could probably just, you know.
Yeah.
I probably should not do that though, because she's
Don't force
she's-
choke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I won't.
What does that guy do
What is
over
he,
there?
what is he
Why is he-
pointing?
Why is he pointing at me all strange? It's not working. It's not.
So now,
I feel nothing.
obviously, green apple Yoda. We're about to go into red fruits. And what do you guys think about red fruits being the Sidious blend, the Sidious roast? Lord Sidious.
Totally.
Come on.
Darth Sidious.
Lord, do it.
Maul.
Do it. Maul, yeah.
Oh,
Have you
Maul's
watched
not
the new
bad.
Maul show?
I haven't. Have you?
Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. So I'm a part of the nostalgic Star Wars cult. All right. The new Maul show.
Yeah.
No spoilers. Can't do it. Not gonna do it to anyone. It is fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it is right now the highest rated Star Wars animated show ever.
Really?
Saw
Over
that.
Clone Wars. Over Rebels.
What?
Over Tales of the Jedi. Tales of the Underworld. Tales of the Empire. That is some crazy stuff. And
Yeah.
for me, watching it, it was like my childhood being brought back to life after the sequels.
I can tell you why I haven't done it yet in terms of watch it. I just, the last couple of Star Wars things, I've been burned a little. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it some time. But you're singing high praises, Jonas.
As a kid, I grew up watching all of them, right? I grew up watching the originals. I grew up watching the prequels.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the animated 2 Clone War movies, the Clone War shows. I watched
Christmas
Rebels.
special?
Christmas, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Listen to the Weird Al versions. I'm all in it.
Weird Al versions. But this Maul, it went back to the core of what Star Wars is and brought back what Star Wars is all about, and it's about great storytelling. We're not sponsored, I don't think, but I'm just kidding. But
But
could
we
be.
are.
Wow.
No, we're not. No.
No, but seriously, it is. I could rave about it all day. I was watching the finale, and all of my friends from Haven were actually there. We've been watching it as the episode's been coming out, and we were all, after it came out, we were like, bro, what are we to do with our lives? Like, what's
Right.
next for us, you know? Like,
And that's like high praise for anything, but for an animated show too.
I mean, the animation, it's the Clone Wars style, but with the attention to detail that I've never seen before. Like, you see the reflection of lightsabers in the characters' eyes.
Right.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Maul's lightsaber actually has him screaming as the sound that when he swings it. So you hear his scream as the trailing sound of Maul. It is ridiculous. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. We brought those 2 last ones in. What do you guys think? What is your new favorite, or has Obi-Wan stood the ground?
I'm gonna say I think that's the Reds have upset it. I really do, just because there's so much there's so much going on. I was kind of scared initially that, I think of that morning cup or that kind of thing of, is this too much? Is it too much to think about? And I think to me, that's right in the wheelhouse of, yes, there's a lot going on, but you could sip on this and you're getting all these amazing flavors. And I don't think it's like, I don't think there's anything that's just pulling me one direction more than another.
I think I would go Obi-Wan 90% of the time.
Okay.
But I think red would be at night, post-dinner. I think it's got so much flavor to it that it would wake up your palate after a meal, would balance really well with the dessert. But I still think Obi-Wan, I think it's almost a little too intense. Yeah. Whereas I think Obi-Wan's a little bit more even keel and would be a better everyday drink. Yeah.
So Jonas, when you say like roasting to the bean just from earlier, I'm assuming then like this is a process of, okay, do we start with a super light roast and then just like incrementally ramp it up until we figure out, no, that's too much, let's go back? Like what is that process like?
So depending on the region where it's grown, we have three main blends, three main regions we buy from, origins. We buy from Colombia, Brazil, of course, everyone loves the Brazil coffee, and Ethiopia. So depending where you buy it, it's going to have a different density, kind of like what I talked about.
Right.
And the density can really be affected and also be something that helps with the understanding of where it's going to stand in the roast profiles. So Brazil is going to be more light. So it's usually going to lean towards not light. It's less dense.
Right.
So it's going to lean more towards the dark roast side of things. A Colombian is going to be a little bit less, more dense, and that's going to lean towards a medium. And the Ethiopian, it's dense. It's a dense coffee. So that usually leans towards the light. The lighter it is. But really, what it comes down to is Ryan, John, they'll go through and they'll try out the coffees. They'll roast them. We have a sample roaster right here, little baby thing. And they just go through and they go to something called the first crack, which if you've ever seen a coffee bean, it has a crack in the middle of it. And that's it opens up what is already there and it lets out the CO2 and just bursts it, and that's the crack that happens. And that will be usually around the range of a light roast. So after that, you're moving towards medium, and there's something called the second crack, which second crack is more of a dull kind of more than a, and that is usually when the threshold of dark happens. And then we go to way past that, and we get American coffee. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we roasted the bean. A lot of people look at the coffee, and they might say, because it's a Colombian, it's gonna be a medium.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true. It could be different depending on how the plant was grown, the varietal of the bean, how thick the actual stem of the bean is. Because if it's thicker, it has more flesh around the actual what it's called is a pit. So before it's a bean, it's a pit of a high equator cherry. Crazy stuff.
Right.
So it just really depends on the bean.
Yeah.
So we might go for a more well-known bean. And we know this usually is a medium.
Start here and then
kind of experiment with it.
In terms of a business model, do y'all in any way, like, are you making the coffee to suit your tastes, or do you put more of a thought process into like what I think will sell better?
That's why we did the Haven blend. I don't know if you guys have had that before, but we try and suit the people.
Right.
We want to give them high quality coffee, so not lowering our expectations or excellence, but also giving something that kind of gives everyone a happy palate, right? So Ethiopia's our light, Colombia's our medium, Brazil's our dark. You mix it together, you get the Haven blend.
Sure.
And that's the most bought out of any coffee we have. We have people who buy hundreds of pounds of it.
Yeah.
Right.
We have multiple hotels and resorts and
wow.
different restaurants and diners who buy the Haven just because it fits everyone across the board.
Right.
And that took John and Ryan a long time to get that blend. But once they did, people were very happy with it.
That's cool. When someone's coming in and they're wanting to experiment with coffees, what is the kind of, at least for you, how do you kind of, hey, you should go this way, or have you tried this? Like, what is your process of getting someone exposed to the more interesting world of coffee?
For someone who comes in, I've had a couple people who have come in and they've been more on the side of dark coffee, right? And you don't want to nose dive right into the light stuff, because they'll be like, this is sour and gross and acidic. What we do usually is we give them our Brazil, They try it out. They're like, this is awesome. It's the darkest one we have. Then we slowly give them blends. So a Brazil-Colombian combo, and then a Brazil-Colombian combo with more Colombian in it. And then usually move into that. But people usually, what they really want when they come in, we've actually had a blending class.
That's cool.
Last week with some investors who were like, we invest into you, but like, can you show us kind of what you guys do?
Yeah.
So we got to show them how to blend the coffees, what fits their palates, what they like. And I mean, with each person, it's going to be different, right?
Sure.
Whereas someone might like the green apple, someone could love the Vader more than that.
Right.
It's just all dependent on what their experience with coffee is up to this point, because ultimately, if you look at coffee, it's nostalgic.
Right.
It's a nostalgic thing. And if you bring people in and bring them to a coffee that's going to more lean towards the nostalgic flavors that they're used to, they'll love it. And then slowly show them more and more of the different flavors and help them understand a love for it, right? Because it really starts with people loving the product itself. Then they move into, there's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Right. So Kyle, what I'm hearing is listeners should buy one of everything.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
And then brew up a tasting like this, a cupping. A traditional cupping.
That's right.
Brew up a traditional cupping. Try all of them back to back.
Yeah, it's a great experience for sure.
So for you guys, if you guys were to sit down and show anyone any one of these coffees, which one would you show right away?
I think I would do the Mace.
The Mace?
I think so too.
I mean, it's just not a general, I think, flavor profile that you would attribute to coffee. And so if you could just show kind of like what you're saying, like this is what kind of a range of what you're talking about that can be accomplished through this process. That's pretty wild for it to be that strong too.
Yeah.
It was just nuts.
Yeah,
Super cool.
I'd say that, or maybe Luke for me, of like, hey, I know you like coffee. Your coffee comes in a blue or red tin, and that's what you drink. This is out of your wheelhouse. Try this, blow your mind. And they're more than likely than not, they're probably going to go, oh, that's weird. But I think that's the experience that I would love for someone to have, to see this is still coffee, but here are some of the things that are possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It really stretches your mind when you think of coffee because, I mean, even when I started, these things weren't common.
Right.
They weren't something that we even had. And all these years later, we have just on the table, we have buckets of them hanging out, and we can go and access them, and people can order them for pour-overs. And it's like, wow, like the coffee world is growing a ton.
Yeah.
And the profiles that we're getting, I mean, we're getting to the point where we're going to start, we're rivaling wine tasting.
Yeah.
We're rivaling the amount of profiles that wine has.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because wine has a lot of different profiles.
And I think that's what interests us is Kyle and I have had this conversation that this is something we have every day. You know, there are a plethora of beverages that we don't have every day, but coffee is something that we have every day. And it's something that we should know more about. We should take more stock in. We should want to experiment more. And that's what excites me about it. Just knowing the possibilities that are out there and knowing, they're endless. We can experiment and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, coffee for me it's community. When I think about coffee, I think about a coffee house, I think about a cafe, and I think about all my friends sitting down, hanging out. I moved here 5 years ago from Minnesota. When I moved here, we all met at Haven, the Winter Haven location. Yeah. And we all sat down. There was a guitar playing, and we were all having a good time. And John walked up to me. We had a conversation. There's like 60, 80 people here because this is like one of the first Saturdays that we were like open. It was year one of Haven, and first time we had live music, I think. And it was the first time I ever went as well. And out of 60 to 80 people, John walked up to me. We talked, and he asked me if I wanted to work for him. And I was like, do I need to give an application? And he was like, no, if you want to work here, I've talked to you a little bit, and I'd love to have you. And I'm like, for me, that was an answered prayer in a lot of ways because I came down here with nothing, and to all of a sudden have a job and have a community. And I think for me, one of the biggest things is John, he gave me a chance. I was 16 at the time, and he gave me a chance to, really have an opportunity at a career. And lo and behold, I'm almost 5 years in, and I love it. I love this place. I love the people, and I love the fact that when people walk in, they come back. Yes, because the coffee is good, but our baristas, our people, they're the reason that they come back. They're the reason that they want to be here. And we're experimenting. We're about to grow. We're getting our third one. Cyprus, we're getting a entirely drive-through experience. So we're pretty excited about it.
We're excited for you. Because to see something like this and to see the care that has gone into something like this, I hope that more people get to experience it.
I appreciate you guys because this is a really fun experience for me too. First time doing something like this on my side.
No,
with people like this.
There's no way this is the first time you've never done.
Oh,
this.
Okay.
This. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. Like, this is your first experience ever doing this?
I don't talk this much. But yeah, I mean, you guys are awesome.
Well, Jonas, we really appreciate it, and we'll be back next week for another cupping.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And so you good with that? All right, next Thursday, Kyle. It's on the books. Jonas, he said yes. You just didn't hear it because I edited it out.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. I'll see you then.
All right, Kyle.
Hey, Nick.
What'd you think?
Man, that was fantastic. That was really great.
Yeah.
Highly recommend anybody that can ever have the opportunity to do something like that and experience such an array of flavor profiles that can be accomplished through coffee. It'll blow your mind. I promise you.
Yeah, and even if you're super well versed in coffee, like doing a tasting where you're tasting, we had 6 coffees back to back.
Yep.
Like just
nuts.
No coffee.
I mean beans.
There it is.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. What an amazing experience led by a person who clearly has a deep love for coffee.
Yep.
And I think that comes out, and I hope that everybody else hears that as well in Jonas's discussion about the things that Haven's doing and the blends and roasts and co-ferments and all the stuff that they've got going on, because I loved that energy.
Yep.
And I love that just excitement for here's what we're doing.
Right.
So now that we've done that tasting, what were your big takeaways from it?
Anytime that I can go somewhere and it not just be I guess just a basic brick and mortar kind of experience. It's something that's got heart in it.
Yeah.
It's got something that's got clearly a lot of passion into it. I'm always bummed out because where I live specifically, to get to anywhere like that, I've got to go an hour or so outside of my wheelhouse to be able to find a place like that.
I gotta drive 5 minutes.
I know. I always wish that I had more stuff that was like that nearby, because I just happen to be in a location in Central Florida where anything like that, I'm just surrounded by chain stuff.
Right.
And it's always a bummer. So any opportunity that I do get to experience something like that, I relish it, man. And that was a great place.
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, I think selfishly, which is the only way I think. You know that.
Well, I mean, it isn't all thinking selfish. I mean, it's only in your head.
Well, I can have no thoughts outside of my own thoughts. Correct.
Yeah. So it's just a selfish
It
act.
is. I am nothing but you're right. Anyway, so selfishly, I love things like that because it's something we were talking about in the car ride back home is the education part.
Yeah.
I am someone who revels in learning new things. And I love when I'm good at stuff.
Right.
But I also love when the thing challenges me and I'm not confident in it.
Right.
And that I'm not confident in. And so there was a point, and I know it came out in the episode where I got, it was Jasmine. I got Jasmine. I was like, I get Jasmine. And Jonas is like, totally. And I don't know if you saw me. I was all giddy. I was like, can
Teacher's pet.
Yeah. Can I give him a little star?
Yeah.
You got a little gold star there, Jonas, please. But education and bringing that to all of our friends and listeners of here's the journey that we're on, and go along with us, learn things with us, because all of this is applicable in the larger kind of Rolodex of experience. And I love that, again, selfishly, we have the opportunities to do that.
Yeah. I
mean, that's something that the podcast has provided. That's something that our relationships, that's something that our experiences as a whole have provided. And I love that.
Yep.
And like you said, the passion of people and the thing that they love. I love that comes out in the pod and in that experience because it's so cool.
Great stuff.
So we encourage everybody to go to havencoffeeroaster.com and grab yourself some amazing coffee.
Yeah, get you some roasted beans.
Yeah, because highly recommend.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And Jonas, he said in the middle of the episode that you can find those particular coffees that we tasted on Shopify. You can probably also just call them and get them sent directly to you.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to love to hear from you. Hey, we heard the episode. you guys did with Drep and Stone, and we want the Obi-Wan.
I need a little bit of that Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Yeah. We want the Mace Windu.
Yeah.
We need the Luke.
Yep.
Give me that Vader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if you want one of the blends, they were fantastic as well.
Give me that red.
Give me that. Give me those reds. Give me that apple pie.
Yeah. Why is that not the Yoda?
I don't know.
And the mall.
Well,
it's
you
red.
know,
It's mall.
Well, you got to extend
Sith
this
blend.
outside. You know what it is. Yeah,
Could have just been Jedi blend.
There
Sith
you go.
blend.
That's what it should have been.
Could have been done.
Yeah, we'll put that in the comments for that. On that note, you got anything else?
No, that was great stuff.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go back.
Yeah. Guess what? We were invited back in July
Yeah.
for their Harry Potter latte month.
Yeah. Little wizarding world.
I'm so excited.
Butterbeer latte? You
Hell
kidding me?
yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so giddy.
Yeah.
I'm also a little caffeinated
Hopped
right
up
now.
on caffeine.
Exactly.
Let's go.
We'd love to know what your experience is with local coffee roasters, and have you been to Haven?
Yeah. And you ever been able to have an experience like that to taste a bunch of different blends or roasts all together like that? Like, loved it.
Fantastic.
Highly recommend a good cupping.
Definitely. You can get in touch
Isn't
with,
that also like the suction cup thingy?
I think so.
on your back?
Yeah. It for
Little
sure
cupping?
is. Yeah, a little cupping. You can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Come find us, like us, see our coffee, and enjoy the drips.
That's pretty good. We'd also love if you support Drep and Stone. You can do so through our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Drep and Stone. You can rate us wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. And finally, Kyle,
What's that?
you can tell someone about Drep and Stone.
Yep.
You're
Over
in-
a cup of coffee.
Well, I was going to say you're in line for coffee.
Yeah.
Or
Before you have a cup.
Or while.
During. After.
Ooh.
You're both taking your post-coffee dump. Yeah, no, like you run into each other, like going to the potty, like afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of those times. Be
Have
great.
have you heard about Drep and Stone? No?
Like, I guess so.
What's wrong with you?
Good podcast.
That would be a great podcast to listen to over an amazing cup of coffee,
Yep.
like the Obi-Wan.
There you go.
On that note, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show.
I don't know what to clink. So, clink.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.